Hi guys, I'm Benjamin. I'll start myself. I'm Benjamin. I lead the marketing team at iExec. iExec, which is, for those who didn't know, we are a Web3 privacy protocol that makes privacy easy for builders to integrate, and that's pretty much what we're going to be talking about in this live. For those who don't know, this live stream is kind of part of the Builder months we're rolling around. A month ago, iExec announced that we were onboarding our technology onto the Arbitrum chain. And so in honor of that, we have multiple builders who were kind enough to integrate iExec technology while we were doing this transition, ApeBond being one of them. So to celebrate that, we wanted to do kind of a builder month for which we would share the integration, explain what is going on with these integrations, and help the people understand why privacy makes sense in all of these different use cases. LanKy, do you want to present yourself?
Absolutely. Well, GM, everyone, and thanks for having us. LanKy, the CEO at ApeBond. Previously, I've been working in ApeSwap since the very early days, since 2021. Since then, I transitioned as a CMO, and recently also transitioned to CEO of ApeBond earlier this year. And as I said, I really like the theme of the Builder Month because that's exactly what we've been doing all this time, building in DeFi, building infrastructure for sustainable DeFi, fundraising, liquidity raising, and much more. So yeah, super excited to be here, and not only want to share what ApeBond is all about, also have a nice chat about iExec's integration and privacy preserving and so on and so forth. So let's dive in.
Awesome. Well, please go ahead. Please explain first, what is ApeBond? Maybe for people who don't know what is bonding and crypto, just a quick overview of who and what is ApeBond.
Wow. Well, if for someone that doesn't know anything about crypto,
just turn off.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a higher challenge, but you can always explain it in a nutshell. I'd say, well, in decentralized finance, there are a lot of projects which have their own tokens, and what ApeBond does is we help other projects in DeFi to raise funds and raise liquidity for the tokens. And we do this not by doing like traditional launchpad sales when projects are about to launch, but with projects that are already launched, established, or are on the raise, and they need extra runway or they need to raise liquidity for the token. We help them distribute their native tokens and turn those into other assets like stable coins or blue chips. And yeah, that's in a nutshell. And to give a bit more context, that users can buy these partner tokens at a slight discount, and they're going to vest it over time in what we call bonds. So you can see some similarities with TradFi bank having the treasury bills. Have some similarity. You get a yield, and you also have to have a maturity date. You have to wait some time for the tokens to unlock. So that's the trade-off, and there's a much more sustainable raising model for all parties involved. And we try to say that we create a win-win situation for the users and also for the partners.
Right. So what type of projects tend to knock at your door to be featured on ApeBond?
Well, really any project in DeFi. We work with a lot of AI projects, RWA projects, blockchains, communities, GameFi, meme coins. Any project that, well, I guess everyone needs money for paying expenses, or for paying for listings, or for paying for different services, or everyone needs liquidity for their token. So really, we can work with anyone that has a native token. As long as you have a token, you can work with us.
Awesome. And plus, you guys have a big community, so that's also, well, I mean, that's maybe the number one thing you need to have is a large community you can leverage for these vesting opportunities. So good GG on that for building that community.
Yeah. So ApeSwap was always, grassroots community built. No VCs. Like we didn't raise for ApeSwaps. Were always created by apes for the apes. And yeah, it's really important to work in the community, not just our own community, but we like to work a lot with the partners communities and welcome new people, because it's all about collaborating, in my opinion.
That's nice. And if a project wanted to collaborate on ApeBond, where would they go? Would they contact you on X, or would they? Oh, I see. Become a partner on the website. Well, in any case, we'll be showcasing the website. So yeah, so that's cool. That's cool. And so just one thing. So you guys have also there are other platforms that do bonding. What would be like your edge? You would say to go on ApeBond rather than another type of platform.
Yeah, definitely. There are some alternatives. I think that our main competitor, though, is traditional OTC, where traditional OTC, which stands for over the counter, for anyone that doesn't know, it's essentially, let's say you, as a project, you hold a big amount of your own token, and you want to turn that into money, right? So these OTC brokers can, let's say you sell hypothetically 100K of your token, and they're gonna do a haircut on that. It's gonna pay you, let's say, 60K worth of that, so 40% less, and that's all gonna be concentrated on potentially one entity that has this big allocation of tokens, and it's a huge risk because they can, they can dump on the token, and also they're getting this big amount of tokens with a huge discount, on average at least at 40%, and sometimes even more. So what we do essentially is OTC, but we do it in a decentralized fashion. So we call this decentralized and crowdsourced on-chain OTC. So instead of selling these tokens to just one entity, you're going to be distributing to hundreds of users that they can become long-term holders. It's going to be vesting over time. And the beauty of this is you basically minimize the risk, because it's not concentrating the tokens on just one entity. And on top of that, the average discount for us is much, much less. On average, it's around 13 or 15% discount versus that at least 40%. So I'd say that's our main competitor, and why it has been for us an easy track to get so many partners on board. We are just on the verge of hitting 300 bond partners this week. I think we're in 299, and we have some bonds launching this week for sure. And then competitors that do on-chain OTC like us, there are a few, but I would say ApeBond is the number one bonding platform, mainly because I think we're the first. We've been doing bonds since 2022, and this is super important. I think we have one of the most battle-tested contracts in the industry. Multiple audits from Paladin, Halborn, Sherlock, never exploited. And also, it's important. Something that's super key and we're very proud of is that there's an ERC standard token that was authored by our team. It's at ERC 5725 about transferable vesting NFTs. And what does this all means? Well, basically, it's a technology that got approved by Ethereum itself, and it's a standard, so other people can use it. And I don't think many projects can say that.
Awesome. Yeah, and I'm looking at the website. We can see all these opportunities right from the get-go on the homepage. So that's pretty cool, and it's nice that you guys are poaching directly in traditional OTC to bring people on these opportunities. So yeah, real nice. Awesome. So the reason why we're talking here today is because you guys have integrated one of the tools we have at iExec, which is private messaging. So maybe do you want to talk more about how you guys leverage it on your website?
Absolutely. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. just the way you was talking about it, and I think it's gonna be easy for people that don't know us showcase exactly our UI. And as you said, in a website you'll find a lot of different tokens which you can buy at a discount or at a bonus, essentially. So what this will allow you to do as a user, it's, for example, access a token and get more money, more tokens that you get in the market, essentially. So yeah, let's jump into the iExec integration as well. That was your question, right? Okay,
Yep.
okay. So right now it's super fresh. We just announced this and we went live. So it's very exciting. I think it's very nice use case because we live and breathe DeFi, and it's all about this decentralization, and privacy is one of the most important things up there with security. So right now we have launched the iExec integration, which allows users to fully privately be able to receive notifications on Telegram. That's the first one. So what users need to do to get into these Telegram notifications, you need to go here. This call out about this new feature is get bond notifications on Telegram. Just go ahead and click that. Of course, I have my wallet connected, by the way. If you don't have your wallet connected, you're gonna have to connect it first. So in the steps, you can see a brief description that with iExec you can receive messages without revealing your Telegram ID. This is done thanks to the iExec technology that no one has control over your data. In this case, the Telegram ID. That could also be other data like email that we're gonna see in just a second. And you stay in control of who can reach you, and you can revoke the access at any time. So in order to start getting these notifications, you're gonna be hitting this connect to Telegram button. This is gonna prompt you to Telegram chat with the iExec bot. And after you are in the chat, you're gonna be hitting start in the chat. And that's gonna be sending you a message. That message is gonna have a chat ID. So this chat ID is what you just come here and paste it. Let's say my chat ID is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Of course, I doubted anyone will get that code, but maybe it happens. But just for the sake of joining this, we're gonna be pasting the chat ID here, and the last step is just hitting subscribe. After hitting subscribe, you're gonna have to sign a couple transactions, and upon signing these, I'm currently signing. Sorry, I don't know if you can see it because
They're probably not on the screen now, but yeah, we can imagine.
I'm signing the transactions, and there you go. Success. From now on, you receive bond notifications directly on your Telegram with full privacy.
That's awesome. So wait, if I pause you here just to make sure that folks understand what happened. It's not just a regular subscription like, okay, I'll send you my Telegram handle, and now you're trusting ApeBond to, well, first of all, not share it to any other project or mix it with your wallet address. It's really an information that is protected through the TE technology of iExec. And what ApeBond receives through these transactions you've been signing is the right to use it. And so that was why you were talking about then you can choose to revoke access for any type of notification. It's very different from unsubscribing. When you're unsubscribing, you're like begging a project to not use your email or your Telegram handle. In this case, the user chooses to grant you access to the use of their Telegram handle, and then they can choose to revoke access. I know you guys would never overuse it, but in any case, people sometimes feel nervous about sharing, especially personal information, like contact information. So that's why we use this technology, and it's not just a regular subscribe to the notification system.
Absolutely. I think the key takeaway is like we wouldn't ever know who is subscribed or who's not subscribed And whenever we're going to be sending these notifications to users, we don't know who's getting them or not. It's not like we would ever want to be using this data, but some users really want to have, value their privacy, as you should. So this is going to make it easier for a lot of users to say, you know what, I want to subscribe to these notifications because I can trust this privacy, this mechanism, and this technology. So I think it's solving a real problem and a very smart way.
Right. Cool. Could you just go into why users have an issue with sharing? Because I mean, ApeBond is not the first, and will certainly not be the last project that had a hard time asking for the email or asking for the Telegram. I'm talking about email because I know that you're going to show that later. But so why, especially DeFi users, why are users in crypto so hesitant or nervous about sharing that type of information?
Well, there's multiple reasons why users should value their privacy, but as in DeFi, everything happens on chain, and with that comes good things, but also comes responsibility, and you need to be careful. For example, you could be targeted by scammers. Everything is on chain, so there's always regulations depending on the different countries, and these regulations can change. We know how that goes, and really been changing. Depends on the country, depends on the government. So these reasons are already enough for you to take your privacy seriously. And and most importantly, I think that everything that's happening on chain is going to be on chain forever. So you never know. So
you might as well, you might as well be attentive to that. And actually, that's why you're not sharing your screen. I should be probably not be sharing my face, but yeah, it's always good to be prudent on these subjects. I don't think we'll have time to go into the demo for the newsletter, but you did mention it. I wasn't even aware you guys integrated as well. But maybe can you show the bottom of the screen just to show that you guys also did it for the newsletter?
Of course. What was going to show that next. Also, as you mentioned, the people can also revoke the subscription at any time after they're subscribed.
Yeah, and again, it's revoke. It's not pleading to unsubscribe and then hoping that they'll grant it. It's like you get the choice. You choose to revoke access, so that's very different as well.
Yeah, exactly. So in the bottom of our site, we have our pre-footer with the email subscription input. You can get the latest newsletters. It's going to be different notifications. We don't want to do the same for Telegram than we're going to be doing for email. For Telegram, it's mostly about new bonds or bonds that are getting to a specific discount, so people can be on top of them and act fast. And in terms of email, we're going to be sharing newsletters. It has a lower frequency, a cadence that it's not as fast as Telegram, but it's going to be sharing news, so you can be up to date with all the latest of the latest in terms of ApeBond. And you can see here we have this text about the privacy factor, as well as we are already talking about. With iExec, you can subscribe to email updates without compromising your privacy. In this case, it's the email address. It's securely stored in the iExec TEE, and you stay in control, and you can revoke access anytime. So same as Telegram. So super easy. You just come here, and let's say you type your email and just hit this button. It's gonna pop you the transaction as well as we had for Telegram. Doing that right now, even though you can see it. Sign, confirm, boom, executed. From now on, you get the bond in the inbox, the bond notifications and newsletters, and that's it. You are subscribed.
That's
if
awesome.
You want to unsubscribe, you can do it the same here. Click in here and follow the same process.
Very cool. Very cool. Feels very crypto, a crypto way of having a newsletter. So that's also very nice. Awesome. Well, thank you for the demonstration. I did mention that we were setting up a prize pool for this builders months, especially regarding this ApeBond integration. So I do have to give out the details for that. So as you guys have seen, LanKy has shown. All right, so let me see if I can. LanKy has shown how you can set up the notification system on your Telegram handle. Please go try it out on the ApeBond platform. We will be picking 3 randomly selected participants from now until the 15th of October. So it's pretty much next week. And so 3 of you guys will receive, so let me make sure I say this correctly, $300 in RLC each. And you guys will be notified through this private messaging. So go ahead and play. And yeah, we'll announce. We won't reveal the winners, but then we'll be able to send them the amounts of this $900 prize pool. So that's it for that. Thank you so much, LanKy, for spending this time with me. It was super cool, super interesting to have your commentary on bonding and OTC. I see that has gathered some reaction in the crowd. Thank you so much for this conversation.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me, and super excited about this integration and looking forward to sending these notifications for users and also sending our cool newsletters for all the subscribers. It's especially creative what you can do with email and email marketing. I know a lot of people are hesitant to put their email addresses. So I think with this, it's the barrier is much lower. So yeah, thank you all. It's been a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. As a marketer in Web3, I know how much it's hard for folks to send their email addresses. You did mention that you guys were working with Halborn. I just wanted to say that we have our CTO next week that will be on a live with Halborn on their live discussing the security of iExec. So that's also something that's going to be happening soon for those who are interested in the iExec project. And if you guys are, I'm talking to the audience now, if you guys are builders and are interested in integrating this tech in your projects, Erwan, who's been following you, LanKy, told me that from start to finish, it pretty much took over 10 days to integrate. I'm sure that your developer had like other projects at the same time. So that's also what I appreciate, and I think is the key to adoption and privacy, is making things easy. So that's why we're focusing at iExec on making privacy easy. So if anyone is interested in having a similar integration, please contact us, whether it's on our iExec X, or I think we have a contact page on our website, and please give a shout out. We would love to discuss it with you. All right. Thank you, LanKy.
Absolutely. Thank you. And yeah, absolutely easy to integrate, super helpful team. So yeah, it's definitely a pleasure to work with you.
So cool. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Bye. See you, everyone.